So, what we will be learning today? Today's lesson is Rain in Summer by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. We popularly know him as H.W. Longfellow, right? See, Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, he was born on 27th February 1807 and he died on 24th March 1882. As you can see, this particular picture is of the author of Rain in Summer, Henry Wadsworth. Now, we will be knowing about some details of this author. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow was born in Portland, Maine on February 27, 1807. So, we have already known when he was born. Now, we are knowing where he was born. So, he was born in Portland, Maine. So, he was an American poet and educator. Okay, so he was born in America. He was the son of Stephen and Zilpha Longfellow. At the age of 6, he showed a great propensity towards writing. So, from a very early age, he had the urge of writing. He had this love for writing, and from a very early age, he started this. At age 19, he graduated from Bowdoin College. One of his very famous poem is The Cross of the Snow, which he wrote in the year 1879, and he died on March 24th, 1882. So, clear this much? Anybody having any confusion regarding the introduction of the poet? Sure, no? Alright. Now, we are going to see some other notable works of this author. See here the first one, Ballads and Other Poems. Next is Evangeline, A Tale of Acadie. Then Paul Revere's Ride, The Song of Hiawatha, The Voices of the Night, The Psalm of Life. These are all poems, and these are the most famous and notable poems which are written by whom? H.W. Longfellow. And the chapter in your textbook of H.W. Longfellow, that is, Athra?
Ma'am, Ballads and Other Poems is also a name of a poem.
Yes, these are all names of poems which are written by Henry. Okay, Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. All right. Next is, so the poem which is there in your textbook is Rain in Summer. Right? Okay. Now see what the poem says. How beautiful is the rain after the dust and heat in the broad and fiery street in the narrow lane. How beautiful is the rain. Now think about a day when it is summer and the weather is very hot, scorching heat of sun, and you people are getting just exhausted out of the heat. Now think about that day when suddenly it starts raining. How will you feel? How will you feel when it will start raining after a very scorching heat of sun? Yes, we will feel a relief, right? We will feel a relief because after a day of scorching heat of the sun, we will get a kind of peace, a kind of relief from that heat. So, this particular poem is based on that very topic. So, in the first stanza, what is the poet says? How beautiful is the rain. See, the first line of the poem is, how beautiful is the rain. That means the poet is addressing the rain to be very beautiful. According to him, the rain is very beautiful. Why? Because after a long day, when it is tremendous heat, when there is scorching heat of the sun, and people are getting exhausted because of everything, the relief is the rain, and that is the reason why the rain is seen to be so beautiful. After the dust and heat, as we have already known that when it is hot, when there is scorching heat of sun, the temperature is very high, the temperature is unbearable. After the dust and heat, in the broad and fiery street. Why broad and fiery street? Fiery street means, fiery means, and yes, very hot. So due to extreme heat, all day long, the street has become very hot, right? And after that, in that narrow lane, how beautiful is the rain? Why? Because while the rain is pouring on the street, that very street which was very hot, extremely hot, because of the day-long sun rays which it has received, it is getting too cold. Then you see in the second paragraph, it says, how it clatters along the roofs like the tramp of hooves. Now along the roofs, when the rain starts pouring, we can hear now if the rain is falling outside heavily, you can hear the noise of the rain, the sound, right? So when the rain will fall, it will clatter along the roof. Clatter is the sound which is made while it is pouring on the roof, the sound that it is making. And it has been compared to the tramp of hooves. And it is tramp of hooves means it is compared to the hooves of the horses. The way when the horses move, the way it creates a noise, the same thing is related and compared to the falling of the rain on the roof. How it gushes and struggles out. Gushes and struggles out means? Anyone?
To flow in a rapid and plentiful stream.
Very good. To flow in a rapid and plentiful stream. So why? Because the rain is falling down heavily and the water is getting accumulated and it is gushing out from wherever place it is getting. From the throat of the overflowing spout. Okay, the water, it is raining heavily, the water is getting accumulated and it is draining out from whichever way it is getting. Now see, in the third paragraph, we see across the window pane, it pours and pours. Now we can see the windows. When it will rain, we can see now that the rain is falling along the window pane. Okay. It pours and pours means the rain is continuing. It is continued to rain. And swift and wide with a muddy tide. Of course, mud is created, right? When there is heavy rainfall, we see mud everywhere on the street, right? And then it says, right, like a river, down the gutter roars, the rain, the welcome rain. Like a river. Why is it said like a river? Anyone? Why is it like a river? Yes? Yes, because when it flows, it looks same as a river. Why? As I said that it's raining heavily. If you have seen, you can relate it that when it rains heavily for hours, we can see that the water gets accumulated very often, right? So it looks as if there is a river and it flows down the gutter and it makes noise. When it flows down the gutter, it makes noise. That's the reason why it says the gutter roars. The rain, the welcome rain. Can anybody say why is it written the welcome rain? Anyone? Why is the rain welcome?
After they get relief from the hot weather, they are welcoming the rain and getting relief by this way.
Right. So what is it? Sit down. So what is it? After, yes, Ornish?
And they are trying to say that they want the rain again.
Right. Sit down. So the rain is welcomed. When do we welcome someone or somebody? When do we welcome? When we know that because of that person, we are getting some benefits, right? So what is the benefit of rain here? After a very high temperature day, after a long hours when you are suffering and getting exhausted by the scorching heat of sun, you need rain. Why? Because we need relief. Relief from what? Relief from what? The extreme heat of the sun, right? And that's the reason why it's the rain, the welcome rain. Clear or not? Anybody having any confusion in any of the lines? Sure? Alright. So we will quickly, yes, anybody having any confusion? Okay. Now we will quickly see an analysis of this entire poem. See here, in the first paragraph it says, the poet describes how beautiful the rain is, especially after a hot and dusty day. The rain is welcomed in both the wide streets and narrow lanes, bringing a sense of relief and freshness. Relief, why? Why relief?
Because after the hot weather, the people of the city or the town, they get a relief.
Right, absolutely. And why freshness? How is rain related to freshness? Yes? Can anybody say yes?
For the cold weather, we refresh.
Yes, we get refreshed because we are already tired and exhausted because we have already suffered the extreme heat. Alright, see the next paragraph. The rain makes a loud noise as it heats the roofs, similar to the sound of horse hooves. It pours forcefully from the overflowing spouts, showing how heavy and strong the rain is. So we have already discussed this, that when there is extreme rainfall, okay, heavy rainfall, we often see that the rainwater is getting accumulated in different parts of the streets because there isn't much well drained. Yes. Accumulated means gathered, okay, collected. Sit down. So what is it? Because the rainwater, it gets accumulated in the streets. You can see when there is heavy rainfall, because of the lack of good drainage, the water often gets accumulated on the street and it looks like river. Okay. See, the same thing is said here. The rain continues to fall heavily, creating a constant stream of water. Constant stream of water across the window pane. The poet emphasizes how the rain pours without stopping. Rain pours without stopping means the rain is not stopping. It is continuously pouring. Means there is continuous rainfall. Okay. Next you see, the rain moves quickly and spreads wide, forming a muddy flow that rushes like a river down the gutter. So we have already known why like a river, because the water is getting accumulated because of lack of drainage, and that's the reason why the way it is there on the street, it looks as if it is a river and it is flowing down the gutter heavily and it is making a loud noise, which is described through the word roar. The rain is seen as a welcome relief, bringing joy after the heat and dust. Why do you think it is said that bringing joy? How is rain bringing joy? Yes?
Relief from the heat and we can get cold and refreshed.
Right. Sit down. So what is it? Why are we joyous? Why are the people joyous? Because we have already discussed, we have got very tired. We generally experience this, right? So think of the month of April, May, June, when we face extreme heat of the sun. And then afterwards, when we get rain, it is a kind of joy and relief to our life. Clear or not, everybody? Now see, in your textbook, you have seen only these three paragraphs. First paragraph, second paragraph, third paragraph. We have known that this poem is only up to this. But this is not the case. This poem is actually a very, very long poem. Okay. This poem is very long poem. You see, this is not even the entire poem. See how many paragraphs it is having. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this poem is having 11 stanzas. This is the actual poem, the entire poem. It starts from here. See the first three paragraphs. Only the first three paragraphs is there in your textbook. Okay, and that's the reason why we have done only that much. But the rest of the poem is this, which makes it the entire poem. Clear? All right. Now let us quickly recapitulate and see some questions. I'll be asking questions one by one. You will say the answer. First question, the poet in this poem describes how things look and how he feels when it rains. Do you think he likes it when it rains? Who can answer this? Say that the poet loves rain? Who can say this?
H.W. Longfellow likes it when it rains.
Correct. Sit down. See how beautiful is the rain. Again, see how beautiful is the rain. By these lines, by repeating these lines, we can understand, we can know that the poet is emphasizing on this particular fact that the rain is very beautiful. And by this, we can understand that the poet actually loves the rain and he loves that it's raining. Clear? Now, let us move on to the next question. Next question is, which words in the poem indicate that it is raining heavily? Who can say this? Yes?
Raining heavily and the raining is continuously going.
Right. Sit down. So, what is it? It's raining heavily. It pours and pours. Apart from that, there are some other words through which we can know that the rain is very heavy. It's raining heavily. Can anybody say anything else?
H.W. Longfellow compares the rain and the roofs.
Yes, which is clattering along the roofs. Okay. Do some exercises of grammar. You have already known about adjectives. What are adjectives? Who can say what are adjectives? Yes, Alankrita?
Adjectives are the words describe
Yes, adjectives, sit down. Adjectives are describing words which describe noun or pronoun. See the first question. Pick out the adjectives in the following lines from the poem. The lines are, how beautiful is the rain after the dust and heat in the broad and fiery street in the narrow lane. Can anybody tell? Yes, Anura, what are the adjectives?
how beautiful is the rain. The adjective is beautiful.
Yes?
The second line, after the dust and heat, the adjective, there is no adjective. In the third line, in the body and fiery street,
It's broad and fiery. Tell?
there is fiery is the adjective.
Huh.
In the narrow lane, the adjective is narrow.
Yes, sit down. You have missed one word which is broad. Broad is also describing the word street, right? Okay. So in this line, there are two adjectives, broad and fiery. Clear? Now let us move on to the second exercise. Fill in the blanks with correct adjective or adverb. Now what are adverbs? We have already discussed. Yes? Adverbs, anybody? Yes, Ahurshi?
The words which describe the verbs are called adverbs.
The words which describe, sit down. The words which describe the verb, adjective or any other adverb are adverbs. Right? Now see, there are some sentences and there are options. One option is acting as adjective and the other option is acting as adverb. Now what you have to do, you have to read the sentence and you have to understand that which word is absolutely matching with this particular sentence. Let us do the first one. The rain is dash after the heat. Srisha?
The rain is beautiful after the heat.
Right, the rain is beautiful after the heat. Sit down. Next, it clatters dash on the roof. It clatters, yes, Shomodit?
Clatters loud on the roof.
No. Yes, Parijat? Loudly. Sit down. So it clatters loudly on the roof. Loud is what? Loud is adjective. Okay. But here it is talking about the way. Okay. In what way is the rain clattering on the roof? So it is loudly. Clear? It is adverb of manner. How is it doing? Next, the water flows dash down the street. Who can say this? Yes, Sneha? The water, yes, sit down. The water flows fast down the street. Next is, the street is dash after the rain. Yes, Rina? The street is narrow after the rain. Sit down. Now see the answers. Here, how beautiful is the rain? Beautiful is the adjective. Why? Because it is describing the word rain. Correct. In the broad and fiery street, broad and fiery describing the word street. Right. In the narrow lane, the word narrow is describing lane. Very good. Next is, see here, the rain is beautiful after the heat. It clatters loudly on the roofs. The water flows fast down the street. The street is narrow after the rain. Clear or not? Okay. All of you have understood it properly?
Yes.
Sure? Any confusion, any doubt? Okay. None.